Hello, everybody. So even when I was at work this week and out and about many places this week and met people that I knew, etc., etc., the main question was about last week, particularly last Wednesday, etc., etc., this platinum event I went to in Dublin, the convention centre. I'm sure some people have heard about it, etc., etc. You know, I suppose for a lot of people who know me, etc., etc., particularly business conferences and stuff like that. Cavan people business conferences don't go well, etc., etc. Because we have all the money anyway. Don't need to be in business. Cavan people have it all. We have it all figured out, etc., etc. But in all seriousness aside, I've never been one of them that would be in with the establishment and all that. But yeah, no, it was fun. I enjoyed my time when I went to the course. Santa Mountain was there, the former British Prime Minister. The only reason why I went, I know people think I was going to invest in the stock market or something like that. But no, the only reason why I went was Santa Mountain, the former Finnish Prime Minister was there. Um, Many other speakers were there, of course. There's a lot to go through. I suppose there was other people there. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stories. I do recommend. I go into some of the detail here, but I would say watch the live stream. I went into a lot of detail about it all in great detail. I'm just kind of summarising it because a lot of people did ask me about it because a lot of people didn't know until I went to it, and then the talk was something else to be totally honest with you. A lot of slagging, but that's the main thing is there was a lot of slagging. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to meet the former Finnish Prime Minister, unfortunately, because again, she had work in the Netherlands after that. It's unfortunate, again, nobody knew about it until the day, and I suppose she didn't even know about it today, I don't think either. But sure, look, it was a great honour to be there, to listen to Sana, of course. Made very good points, made more better points than any Irish politician probably ever made in their lives. In terms of different things, it's quite insane. Particularly the line, I will put it up and I have it recorded, etc., etc. Put it up probably sometime about people. Everything's about people, and I couldn't agree more. I don't think any Irish politician ever came out with such a thing that everything's about people because it is right. Like it is very much right in Ireland in politics here. It's all about money and power, and she said pretty much the same as what I just said there. She said everything nowadays is not about people; it's about money and power. And that's so right, and particularly in the Irish term, you see Irish politicians selling their soul. Micheál Martin last time he said he wouldn't go in with Fine Gael. He sold his soul to get the Taoiseach's job, to get the top job and the top buck. That's what they are. And the Irish politicians here sell the country down the lake every 10 minutes they get a chance. So she's 100% right there. To be told, no Irish politician has ever come out and said, it's all about money and power. And so it is. And she's very right in saying that, in terms of that, and especially about people. As I referenced in the video, waiting for waiting for the ambulance for 4 hours. It is all about people. It generally is about the community. It's all about people, your neighbours, your friends, your family. That's what it's all about. It's all about people. Nothing else matters. Money and stuff like that can come and go. But people are the most important. And your friends, your family, good, reliable people, good, trustworthy people. That's priceless. There's no value in that. And Santa Mount pretty much was saying that too. So I 100% agree with her. Very, very true. It's something that I don't hear many politicians talk about. And then, of course, I put it up in the community post from the business post, talking about defending ourselves as a country, as a small country. Big countries, influence of big countries, etc., etc., on small countries. Invading small countries, etc., etc. She's 100% right too, because we need the means to defend ourselves. We can't be relying on every other country to defend us. We have to be able to defend ourselves and how we can protect ourselves. Not that NATO, she didn't say NATO to do it. She said that Ireland, the Irish government, the Irish people should do it, really, pretty much what she was trying to say. And I do agree with that, because we shouldn't be running to NATO. We can defend ourselves. We have done for the last, since the independence of our state. And we can do it again if, God forbid, anything ever happened. But we just need the will. We need the investment in the defence forces. We don't need any country to come to our aid and to defend us. We can defend ourselves. Neither king nor Kaiser, as I say, ourselves alone. Let's put it that way. I would say this: we're a small country in the big world, but we can fairly bring it to any enemy that comes to our shore. But yeah, no, that's 100% true. Like, you wouldn't hear, and again, she said the word sovereignty too. Like, just think about that for a second. Micheál Martin probably lost his mind when he heard the former Finnish Prime Minister say something like sovereignty, defend our sovereignty, to defend country's sovereignty, especially because it's, Micheál Martin what's nothing to do with the backwards looking idea of sovereignty. So you could, maybe there was something there, maybe with Micheál Martin, that he didn't want to there for too long. Because, he said more, she's probably said more useful stuff in that speech alone than Micheál Martin's ever said in his whole life. So, that tells you all you need to know, I think, about Micheál Martin and stuff. But no, it was a great honour. I know I'm just going into different points, but I can go on for an hour. I have 100 things to say, like, in my head. I've said it all on live stream, but I have 100 things I could say, but literally be here for an hour or two discussing it. But of course, it was a great honour to be there and to be in such great seats, as you've seen probably from the photos and the community posts. Undisturbed view, and again, of course, she directly made eye contact with me at one stage. Because literally there was nobody in front of me. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I suppose it was all set out. It was all you get what I'm saying. It's very weird because for the first, where I was sitting, everybody else was looking into somebody's head. But for where I was sitting, all the way down, I was only about 500 meters maybe away from the stage, seven rows away, if that makes any sense. And in the majority of the rows in front of me, nobody was sitting there, and I suppose it was meant to be, so let's put that way. But you undisturbed view of the stage and all that. So one of the best seats in the house, because literally nobody was in front of me. I could see everything. It was insane the way that they think about it. Because it was meant to be. It was generally meant to be that. But yeah, very, very shocking. She directly looked at me at four or five stages, I say. Directly looked at me, I could 100% guarantee you that. Like, I wish it was recorded at the time, but directly looked at me. So that was a bit freaky, and not real freaky, but I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't, like, the one thing I said many times over, because it's a week over, it's a week on now. It doesn't feel real. Sitting here now, it doesn't really feel real that I went to it and it was there, etc., etc. It doesn't feel real, and that's what I've said to many people. It just feels like it was a dream, or it feels like it was on social media or something. It doesn't feel like you were there in reality. That you're in the room, in the same room, I suppose, would make any sense. But yeah, it was a great honour. I'm very honoured to be there. Hopefully she comes back some other day to some other place now, because again, it's her first time in Ireland. Of course, I hope she enjoyed her time too, but she wasn't here for long. But hopefully she does come back some stage to Ireland. I don't know, I haven't heard anything yet. So, we have to ask her to address Dáil Éireann and teach them some manners on Dáil Éireann, maybe. Teach them some life lessons, because all of them combined, nearly all the TDs in the Dáil combined, probably don't hold a candle to Sanna Maughan, to be totally honest. Because she's done more, young life than any of them have done in Dockey's years. Some of them are 60 and 70 and they've never done anything in their life. Water Dam, Michael Lowry, etc., etc. Never done anything. Never done anything for the state in his life. Only made these millions. And again, it's so true. Particularly the first things to talk about people. It's all about people. Everything is social. It's people. That's the main thing. And again, society nowadays is not about people. It's all about money and power. And it's plain and simple. She's very right in that. It's very true. Unfortunately, it's very true. But it is. Years ago, people cared more about people. People mattered. Nowadays, it's all about many things. Like money and power. It's quite crazy. But we could go on for hours now. But that's just my initial thoughts. I know the reason why I'm making this video too, because a lot of people didn't know until I went to it, etc., etc. Because I didn't say much about it. I've said about it a few times on live stream, but not too much, if that makes any sense. And then obviously that thing, the 27th, happened when my father took bad and had to wait 4 hours for an ambulance. That took a lot out of me, etc., etc. So I wasn't very enthusiastic. But the good thing about it was, and I suppose the good thing is that when I went to it, obviously I was pretty down. If anybody remembers the live stream that I'd done before the event, I was pretty down and was pretty defeated. So when I went to it too, it was great to hear words of wisdom and words of encouragement, of course, from the Finnish Prime Minister and from other speakers too. Those other speakers, they're very inspirational people that went through very traumatic events. It's very good. It's great to hear, and I suppose it did uplift me a lot. You can really tell the difference between live streams if you do look at it. It really, it's night and day pretty much. But yeah, of course, I can't say it enough. It was great honour. Great moment, something I won't forget. I won't forget it. Probably to the day I die. But yeah, I have a few photos, and again, I don't have them all up. I put a few up. The lighting wasn't that great, unfortunately, because the stage and stuff like that. But there is a video too, with a few clips. I suppose we will put it up at some stage. So that's that I suppose. Again, I know I still probably will get the same questions because it's been the number one thing asked of me this week everywhere I went. Sure, we're going to see the former Finnish Prime Minister, Finnish spy, etc. So it's called Finnish spy 3 or 4 times, sending intelligence to the Finnish government, etc., etc. It's all a big, it's mirrors. Let's put it that way. It's hard to, I don't know really what more to say about it, but yeah, it's quite funny at the same time. Because a lot of people wouldn't anticipate me going to something like that, but the reason why I went, as I said, that's the reason why I went. But it was quite fun. It was a good experience. It's not nothing bad to report or any of that. But yeah, watch my live stream if you want to know more. I could go on and on and on and on. I won't go on and on and on. But it was a great event, and I'm very thankful for Santa to come and to speak, of course. Unfortunately, again, as I say, she didn't stay for long. But there's always next time, hopefully. So yeah, thank you everyone, and thank you again for the support the last few weeks. And just to say, before I go any further, I will probably make a video updating people on what we're going to be doing, because we are a million miles away from where we probably should be talking about different things, but we will get there. Again, it's been hectic the last few weeks with this, and then when the thing happened, it just was insane. So yeah, we're getting back to normal now, the new normal, But yeah, thank you everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye.